What's going on, J Squad? Welcome back to the channel. So today, just got off work, about to head out to the range. As I mentioned in the last couple videos, I've been tinkering with my pistol grip here, and I've kind of gotten away from going to the range and shooting my pistols. Been doing a lot of dry fire practice at home, which is a good thing. But again, you need to incorporate some live fire training into your dry fire practice. So I'm gonna head out to the range. In the last couple of videos, or the last couple of clips, if you follow me on Instagram as well, I've been showing clips shooting Samantha, my M&P. But again, I'm taking all my pistols out to the range today so I can put some rounds down range with them. Of course, I've got Honey in the 945 Industries bag, so I'm going to put some rounds down range with her as well, and film some content for you guys. But I also wanted to say thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate everybody taking the time and watching the videos and subscribing, and keep pushing, keep subscribing, guys, because that lets the YouTube algorithm know that you guys are enjoying this content, and it also helps push the content out to people that, you know, either don't know about two-way content, want to know about it, or have questions about it, or, you know, just like shooting videos in general. But yeah, guys, give me just a few moments here. I'm just trying to let the car cool down a little bit. It is kind of hot today. But I also wanted to do this little quick intro because I don't know how busy it's going to be at the range. And, you know, of course, in some of my other videos where I've been at the range, it is kind of hard to pick up on some of the things that I'm saying. So again, I just wanted to give you guys this quick little intro so that way you know what's going to be happening at the range today. So if I'm not able to talk too much, or, you know, if I'm struggling to get the words out, you'll know exactly why. Give me a few moments here. We'll pick this back up at the range. Welcome back, J Squad. Made it out to the range. Got everything set up. Let me show you what I got here. So today, I'm going to shoot Raven and Roxanne, Serena, and we're going to start it off with Honey. Got the target down range already at about 7 yards. They are shooting, so it's going to be kind of loud. I apologize. I'm going to get these magazines, start putting some rounds down range. Alright, guys, that was 5 magazines with Honey. I'll bring the target in so you guys can see where I'm at. Honey. One of them. Serena's CCW as well, and so is Samantha. So probably won't shoot Samantha too much today because I've been shooting her a little bit more, but I'm gonna go through these pistols. See where we're at. Give me a minute. I'm gonna change it and put some range with Serena. All right, guys. So I got a new target loaded up. As I mentioned, I'm gonna do some draws with honey. So I'm gonna do about 3 magazines, 30 rounds down range. Got a different target set up at about 7 yards. So let me set up properly and some draws here. Sorry about that. They are shooting next. Don't know if you'll be able to pick up the draws very well, but try to get it as best as I can for you to be able to see. I think I might need to clean honey up here. Not locking back after the last shot. I'm gonna bring the target in real quick so you guys can see how it was hitting on the draw. And that's 30 shots at 7 yards, all pretty much center mass. Not trying to go too fast, but give me a minute here. I'm gonna change out this target and load up Serena with 50 rounds with her. All right, guys, so we're back. I got the target set up downrange. Gonna put about 50 rounds through Serena P365X macro with the Icarus Precision Ace metal frame. Just realized that the battery on my red dot died, so this is gonna be pretty interesting. But it's good practice because, again, you should never rely on your batteries to always be functioning. I should have checked it before I left. But again, this is going to be a good little practice scenario for me. So I'm going to put 50 rounds down range with Serena, and we'll see how she does. Let's go get it. All right, guys, that was 5 magazines through Serena. I'm gonna bring the target in. Let's see how we did. I did a little bit of headshots with Serena this time. As I mentioned before, the Icarus Precision Ace metal frame. I don't even know if I put that in the right order, but it does absorb a lot of the recoil. So I fired a few headshots, missed a few high and to the left, but I'll bring the target in and let's see how we're looking. And again, guys, this is with my battery dying on my red dot, so as you can see, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 41 out of 50 body area headshots. So guys, you should be able to shoot with your irons as well, just in the event that your battery dies. Next time I gotta see if I even have a battery to replace it now, but anyway, that was 50 rounds with Serena. She is on my CCW as well. So 7 yards, 50 rounds, call it about 41 out of 50. So I'm gonna get this other magazine loaded up. I'm gonna fire Raven next, my RM1C comp. So let me get this target loaded up and downrange. I already got the magazines ready, and we'll start shooting. Give me a minute. All right, guys. So we got the next target loaded up here. I'm gonna send it downrange about 7 yards. Again, shooting Raven, Ross Martin RM1C comp. I'm gonna get these magazines loaded up. Red dot is working. I mean green dot. Raven has a green dot through her, just like Honey. So I'm gonna get these magazines loaded up, and then we'll put some rounds down range.
Oh, really? What happened to it? Hey. And so you were just... It was my dad. I used to work with that city. Yeah. 10 years ago, I stopped.
Rounds of Raven. I'm gonna bring the target in so you guys can see where I'm hitting. All right, looking pretty good. Had a little stranger fly away on me down there, but everything is pretty much center mass. So I'm gonna get these magazines reloaded. Get another target loaded up here. And we're gonna shoot Roxanne, my other Ross Martin RM1C comp. Give me a moment. All right, guys, got a new target up. Downrange for Roxanne, 7 yards. 5 magazines. We'll get these shots downrange. Now we'll finish up, and then you clean up, and I'll finish everything up in the bunker, but let's get Alright guys, that was 50 shots to Roxanne. Having a little bit of technical difficulties with the red dot it kept. It's a multi-reticle red dot. The Hexiana Tech Seeker. by Strike Industries. Reticle. And it's not loose or anything, but for some reason it kept switching back and forth between the reticles, so it's throwing me off a little bit. So I know that Chris from the 740, he was having some issues with the same red dot, so I don't know if he was experiencing this or if he just couldn't get it to work. But I'm gonna bring the target in so you guys can So despite the technical difficulties with the red dot, on target. So yeah, guys, it's been an interesting day. My batteries die and one of my red dots malfunctioning or acting up. Bad red dot. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the rest of this gear, get my pistols put away, and we'll finish this up in the bunker. What's going on, J Squad? Welcome back to the bunker. I'm your man, Sergeant J-Max. And back in the bunker with us is Sergeant Gnome. What's going on, Sergeant? How was your day? Had a wild day at the range today, man. I know you want to go. I know I told you I would take you, but I just went straight after work, man. Next time I go on the weekend, I'll take you with me, I promise. But man, we had some crazy ish happen at the range today. So, after reviewing the video, guys, and you'll see, one of the things, if I can't stress it enough, is to always check your equipment. Make sure that your optics are working, make sure that your batteries are good. I know I should have done that before I went to the range, but to be 100% honest with you, I don't even think that I've had the Hollow Sun battery since I had to replace the battery tray and everything. It's been less than a year, guys, but for some reason it seems like the battery died on me. I don't know. Maybe I need to tighten down the battery tray. Maybe it wasn't engaging. I don't know. I'm going to check it in a few minutes here. I just wanted to come home, decompress a little bit because, like I said, I went to the range right after work, so just wanted to decompress a little bit. And I don't know if it works for you, but going to the range has been kind of therapeutic for me. So on the days where I don't get to go to the gym or I'm feeling a little bit stressed, sometimes going and shooting a gun is, I don't want to say it's as good as sex, but it can relieve some stress. So anyway, guys, after that day at the range, I just wanted to come home and decompress. Wasn't a bad day, you know, just a couple hiccups here and there. Obviously, like I said, the battery seems like it died on the Hollow Sun, so I'm gonna have to check that. And then I was having some issues with the Strike Industries Hexion Tech Seeker red dot that I have mounted on Roxanne. Now, I do have the same red dot mounted on Samantha. I did get that one a little bit after I got the one for Roxanne, so I don't know. I'm gonna check the battery on that one, see if maybe it was a battery malfunction. I don't know. Maybe it actually is the red dot sight. As I mentioned at the range, Chris from the 740 was the first person I saw actually do a review on the Hexion Tech Seeker from Strike Industries, and at first he really liked it, but I reached out to him and he had told me that he had some issues where he couldn't get it to work right. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he was having the same problem I was, but basically that red dot, it's a multi-reticle red dot. So you can go from a red dot to a circle, a square, and then just the crosshairs with the red dot in the middle. And for whatever reason, every time I would cycle the slide, it would change up the reticle on me. It would get super bright. So again, I don't know if it was a battery malfunction or if it actually is a problem with the Tech Seeker itself. If that is the case, I'm going to contact Strike Industries and let them know, hey, I'm having this issue. And like I said, I don't think that I've had it for more than a year. So hopefully I'll be able to send it back to them. I do have the original packaging. Hopefully I'll be able to send it back to them and, you know, they'll send me out a new one. Now, that is one of the problems or issues that you can run into if you're buying brand new red dot sights or brand new green dot sights that just hit the market. Same thing with pistols, same thing with rifles. If you're buying a pistol at the initial start of its run in production, you could have some issues. I know that with the MMP, with the SIG, not the P320, but the P365, there was some initial issues with that gun. So, based off of all of the reviews and complaints that people were making about the pistol, SIG went back and fixed some of the issues. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with the 320. Thankfully, while I was in the military and we were using that pistol, we didn't have any issues with the 320s that we were using. And hopefully that, the Army has followed suit of the Air Force and has suspended use of the 320 until, they figure out what's going on with it or they decide to use another pistol. But that's a whole other issue that I'm not going to touch because I don't use the P320. Not a big fan of that gun anyway. I did shoot it while I was in the military, but again, just not a big fan of that pistol. I do like my SIG P365 X Macro Comp. Haven't had any issues with it as far as shooting or anything like that. Like I said, this was just one of those crazy situations with the battery. So I'm going to check the battery tray, make sure it was in there good and tight. And if I need to replace the battery, then I'll do that. Same thing with the Hexion Tech Seeker. Check the battery, take the battery out, replace it, put a new battery in there, see if that works. I mean, I use it when I'm doing my dry fire practice and haven't had any issues. Now, of course, again, dry fire is not going to be the same as live fire. So you're not going to have the jostling of the slide back and forth. You're not going to have to, rack the slide as violently as it would be when it's under fire. So, yeah, guys, just some crazy issues that went on at the range today, but we worked through it. We got some shots down range, and as you can see from the targets, I can still shoot with or without the red dot. And again, guys, you should always, at least once in a while, practice just shooting with your irons, so that way, in the event that you're ever in a situation, I know life can get, you can get caught up in life and you may not take the time to make sure your batteries are working, make sure your optic is working. You may just take for granted the fact that it is working, as I did, and you'll find yourself in a situation where it's not working and you may be in a higher stressful situation than being at the range. Thankfully for me, that happened at the range. It wasn't a high stress situation, but again, you should always be proficient with your weapons, whether you have a red dot or whether you have iron sights. But you should always be practicing with your iron sights as a backup, just in the event that, you never know. You could be shooting your pistol and for whatever reason, your red dot goes flying off in the middle of your self-defense situation or scenario. So again, guys, always make sure that you're staying proficient with your weapons, whether it's with a red dot sight or with an iron sight, or sometimes even occluding the sight and just focusing on using your irons can get you through any type of situation. Sergeant Ove, you got anything to add to that? Yeah, man. I don't know if it was the battery or what, but I know. I should have checked it before I left, but again, I took for granted. Yeah, I agree. All right. So anyway, guys, as you can see from the video, we were able to get some shots down range. I went through all of my pistols. As I mentioned, I didn't want to shoot Samantha because I shot her a couple of times here, a little bit more than I've been shooting my regular pistols. So I wanted to take the other pistols out to the range, get some shots down range with them, and then of course get some shots down range with Honey as well. As I mentioned, Honey, Serena, the P365, and Samantha, my MMP, are all on my CCW. I do plan to possibly add the Ross Martins, Roxanne and Raven, both to my CCW. I just got to get them over to the range and have them added to my certificate, and then take that over to the sheriff's office and have them update my CCW permit to include those pistols on there. Not sure if I'm going to leave Samantha on there, or Serena for that matter. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. In California, we can only have up to 6 weapons on our CCW permit. So I don't know. Really kind of depends on, you know, any other pistols that I may acquire here in the near future. But again, guys, if I can't stress anything else to you, just stay proficient with your weapons, stay on top of the maintenance of your weapons. And as I mentioned with Honey, I think I'm going to have to, you know, clean her up a little bit, probably get some lubrication on the vital parts to keep it running, because as you saw in the video, I wasn't getting locked back from the last round fired out of the magazine. So I don't know if it's a magazine issue or if it's just a, you know, cleaning type of situation. And again, there was a question from one of you guys out there asking me to do a video where I go through and clean my weapons and show you guys my process. So I'll go ahead and do that here pretty soon. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you're liking the content, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe. Again, it shows the algorithm that you guys enjoy this content, and it helps push it out to other people in the YouTube space that are looking for two-way content, looking for information, have questions about gear or weapons or anything like that. And I hope that you guys realize that, you know, I do try to stay in the comments. And so I am, you know, trying to answer any questions or, you know, just respond to your comments as they come. But anyway, guys, Sergeant Genome, you got anything else to add about that? Yeah. Cleaning the weapons? Yeah. So again, guys, like I said, I'll do a video here in the near future where I show you, you know, how I clean my weapons. Oh, and I also wanted to let you guys know I was shooting 124 federated ordnance, 124 grain federated ordnance target ammo at the range. So shot that through all my pistols today. Didn't use any self-defense rounds. And so, like I said, I just wanted to get out there and shoot my pistols because I haven't shot them in so long. And I wanted to also do some draws from the 945 Industries bag, just so you guys can see how that goes. I'm also working on trying to get another camera so I can give you guys another angle. Maybe something that I mount on my, like a GoPro, something like that, that I can mount on one of my hats or my shoulder or something, so that it'll give you guys more of a downrange look as far as where the target is, you know, how the recoil is reacting in my hands and things of that nature. But overall, guys, like I said, just work on your mastering your pistol. It's going to be a lot harder than a rifle or a shotgun, as I've mentioned before. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions or any thoughts or any concerns, or, you know, just want to say, hey, oh, and by the way, shout out to my man, Mike. I don't know your last name, but I met him out at the range today, kind of gave him, you know, just trying to give him some friendly advice, let him know about the channel. And what do you know? He joined the squad too. So shout out to Mike. I hope that you enjoy the content, guys. And I hope that if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you have any comments, throw them down in the comment section. Like I said, it just shows the algorithm that you guys are liking this content, and it'll push it out to more people in the 2A space, and we'll get more people in the squad. But anyway, guys, that's all we got for you today. Sergeant Genome, you got anything else? Just a salute? I know, man. Next time I'll take you out to the range, I promise. Yes, you could bring your chest rig too. All right, man. All right, guys. Well, that's all we got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me at the range and joining us here in the bunker for the wrap up. I'm your man, Sergeant J-Max. With me, as always, is Sergeant Genome. May God bless America. May God bless all of you. And we out.